There we go. That's one. And let's also go to view that. Okay, so there's a bit of background noise, but that's okay. Switch to that. I need to edit that because it's not Plant anymore. It is a color studies. Save. And let's go there. Awesome. Okay, then I hope the chat here works and everything is fine. Cool. Let's actually start the next study. New layer, select that and mask it. Cool. Let's pick a yellowish midtone and go into the mask. There we go. It's a bit too dark, but just get a base layer in. Let's lighten most of that directly up again. I need to go even lighter with this. Lighter. It's not 100% white, but it's close, and that's I think close as I'm going to get. This has to be more red though, and a little bit lighter maybe. A little bit less red. Let's a little lighter. There we go. I'm just throwing down blobs at this point. There's a bit there. This sticks out to there roughly. Okay, let's grab a pen tool and a darker reddish thing. Let's actually sketch in the whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit. Let's check if the chat is working. Let's test in there, and I think it's this one. Test in there too. Click here, and it's working. Awesome. So I can just focus on creating. There we go. That is the base structure that we are getting. That is going that way. This is like that roughly. There's a bit of there. There's a bit there, and there's one bit here. There we go. I'll put on some of my own music, I think, in a bit. Just for my pleasure, listening pleasure. Okay, I think that's the base. The colors are not even close to accurate at the moment. Okay, I need a redder, but lighter. That's more for here. This is where everyone will see my weakness. My weakness is color. But that's okay. It's good to share that weakness sometimes, because then you can actually learn and like get feedback on it. Okay, now I need some more warmth in here. Yeah, I like that color. That's on here. A little lighter, maybe. Yeah, that's it. This is not the same color, but well, I'm here, I might as well add a bit of that. Okay, this needs to be more saturated, this part. Yeah, that's close. There we go, there we go, there we go. Add a little bit of color in here. Yeah, that's it, that's close. Very, very close. All aged in this part. These parts are mostly aged. Except for that last part. That last part had to be in that light. Oops. This part is more like it. Yeah. I could actually grade that up a bit more. That's too dark though. Lighten up that whole bit here. It's still gray, but at least a lighter shade. It fits better in the thing. Still not the right shade, but it's slightly better. I'm struggling so hard right now. I should have done like a week of value studies before this or something. Like I'm running into, I need to guess the value correctly, I need to guess the hue correctly, and the saturation correctly. Like 3 things. It's pretty tough, to be honest. And like it's a challenge that I wasn't entirely prepared for. So I'm not backing down, definitely not. Does need more red. For sure. That's better, that's more wood-like. It's getting somewhere. It's definitely getting somewhere. Let's darken this up with a warm black. There's a warmth around this. And there's indeed a cooler pillar that's right there. Slightly darker than that though. Yeah, that's it. For anyone tuning in, I'm Hugo. I'm actually doing some color studies. If you want to listen to music, feel free to put on your own. I will be talking sometimes, like especially if you ask questions, I'm happy to answer any questions. But it's mostly for me some study time, some focused color studies for this week. I do a theme every week, and usually listen to my own music. So for this week, it's color, mostly color studies of landscapes and buildings, and I've been doing okay with color. Let me rephrase. I've been doing better than I expected with color. It's not perfect by any means, but I'm improving over the week. And that's the main goal of these live streams, of these videos that I post on YouTube. The main goal is actually improvement. And if I can entertain you guys by showing what I do, and maybe you joining along if you want to, then I can at least like help others study along or improve art, or if not, I still get my study time in. So feel free to ask any questions, like anything that's on your mind. Feel free to ask it to me. It is red more. There we go. The reason I don't play music, well, I don't broadcast music, is because it's actually a very simple reason. I don't want to deal with copyright to the music. And so that's the main reason for me not playing any music on my stream. Well, that's being desaturated way back. There you go, there's a little bit of that green right there. And this is more of that building that's behind it. Or a different building, but it's still behind there. I think it's the right value, but not the right hue. So I think this is better. I think we need to go a bit more red with this. Oh, that's way better, yeah. No, that's the one point I couldn't make a dark mark. It's a very messy process that I have with these color studies. It's very rough. I feel like I'm going insane. I'm talking to myself all the time now. Oh, that's a nice one. Yes. Good placement there, me. Good placement. There we go, and I need a bit more of this right here. That needs to be a bit more that way, I think. No, that's too much. I need more red in there. That's better. Definitely better. Ooh, those are lovely colors on the sky. It's a weird sunset we have at the moment. It's really cool. Let's have that in there. A little bit of a lighter head in there. There we go. It's not going to be like a super detailed finished product. It's mostly for me to get the colors right. Yeah, let's do saturated at least. I might be in the right spectrum there. No, it has to be more yellow. A little bit more saturated. That's better. That's still not light enough. That should be. That's good. That's actually pretty good. Still should be more saturated here. That's better. Yeah. Hey Ethnar. I'm actually taking my time with this study. Like, I want to get close with the colors. Like, very close. But it's difficult. It should be more orange still. More saturated. There we go. And then you go back in the video. Not on my book. I know. I confused it too. Like, my program is also like, added you in there, but I like the look of like the color of CORLOR better. I don't know. I mean, I misspelled the colors. My colors are not completely accurate, so it fits. I'm using it wrong anyway. That's the only place that yellow is, isn't it? Well, maybe a little bit here. Like right there. And a bit in here. And a little bit there. I think. This is like, the perspective on this is also completely. Corlor. Did I misspell it that badly? Hold on, let me just check it out. Okay, I won't add a U to the wrong place. There you go. Oh yes, I did say it very badly. It's beginnings completed. What is that? What kind of weird achievement is that? What is that? Oh, that I've done my first stream, guys. Took me 4 years, 6 years of like streaming to reach this point, to get the achievement for my first stream. Yeah, I did misspell it completely when I sounded out. Like, my brain is like shutting down or something when I use color. It's like, brain cells. What are those? You didn't need them. You don't need brain for color. You need practice, I guess. I don't know. What don't I need? I need everything. What have you been up to, Athnar? It's been a while since I actually spoke to you. You staying safe and all? Yeah, it's going back to the original state. Nothing much. What? Nothing much happening? Lots of video game studying. Looking for a PS1. You want a PlayStation 1? Isn't that like really outdated? I think you have a very good reason for it, but it makes me curious. Ah, completing your collection. Well, you would have a completed collection until they bring out a new one. Doesn't that happen like every couple of years that they bring out a new? What is the PS Vita? I've never heard about that one. I might have heard it mentioned once or twice, but I completely forgot what it was. Seven years per generation. Ah, that makes more sense, yeah. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah. Like, I used to be, like, excited every time there was, like, a new game. Then I was like, yeah, I would really want to play a game. But now I'm like, yeah. I would rather just dedicate my time to my art studies, like self-taught art, like develop that at the moment, because I know that I need to learn a whole bunch. Like this is okay-ish close. Like I've also done this one yesterday, and then the day before were this is the storyboard one. This was the day before. This one and this one. So this when you grow up. Yeah. When I grow up. I just want to create art, like as much of it as I can. And we have this one. Well, and this one, but we will forget about this one pretty quickly. It's a bit soft, but it's pretty accurate, I guess. If I grow up, yeah. Like if I put the photo next to this, it does not compare in the slightest, sadly. Which is a shame. Because I think I'm using too saturated colors at this time. But I like it. This is like my brain all the time. In 50 years? Holy shit. I mean, I would like to change a little. Like, I want to be more motivated for art. Like, right now I'm just talking and I'm not really drawing anything. But I just want to improve in art a lot. And if I have to sacrifice sleep on it, that's okay. That needs to be a smidge darker. You should speak to Deadeye Dunge. Who's that? Deadeye Dunge. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Oh, cool. He is you, but older and less into Disney. Fair enough. I mean, like, I would love to, like, see if he's online. Is he, like, online right now? Or, like, when does he stream? I don't think this is the solution. It needs to be a little more saturated though. Like if I want to do the whole wall a little lighter. I mean, there's probably a good reason behind it. Like, a lot of artists like their creative process to be like to not talk during their private art sessions. Which is fine, like I don't judge. I don't mind talking during my creative process. So that's why I stream and like make videos and stuff. Although making videos I do, like I record what I stream and sometimes I record outside of my stream. And that way I will like talk over it with like a voiceover later on. Like this will probably be sped up to like 10-15 minutes, even less. Like it will be like 5 to 10 times faster than I draw here, after I cut out the part where I touch the other layers. Because that will be like flash moving around, you know. So I need some more dark in this section. It's a bit flat at the moment. Like since I use color in this, there is a loss of direction in there. And by the way, link him in my Discord. I will check him out. And I will find the reason. Now I'm curious. And then we later found out that like that he doesn't have his reason posted. And then we watch every single video in Brazil. But what is the reason? The community promotion. If that is a channel, there should be like where you also posted Kylie's stream, I think. Yeah, and Richard's stream. Community promotion, awesome. I was like, wait, gamer with friends? Okay. Isn't that necessary you picked the right channel? I need probably that brown right here. A little bit lighter and yellower. There we go. A little bit of a color variation in there. That's it for this study. Let's move on to the next. There's also a brown one. This is a good one. I'm just going to make a new layer. Press M to select my selection tool. Create a new rectangle. Mask that. And then click on the right part on the layer. It's a very yellowish, greenish piece right here. But mostly like the background is desaturated. Let's pick a brush and let's start coloring. This is an uneven coat of paint. Okay, it's pretty uneven, but that's good. Then let's grab a very light color. Like, work this area back a little. There's like a couple of rays, a bit of steam. This area is getting lighter, more of a yellower light. A bit warmer. And there's like a couple of parts in this one that are really saturated. And I just want to get a general feel for where this is heading. I think it's more of a bad one. It's a splotch of color, mostly. This is looking weird. Oof. Okay, and then a darker green, like a desaturated dark green on this side. A little bit more green, but darker. And a bit on this side. This is slightly more bluish. There we go. Let's blend it in slightly. There we go. I will sharpen everything up in a bit with like a different brush. This is my this is a dense watercolor brush. Which I kind of like for this kind of stuff, like to block in roughly. And yes, it's a little bit less. This is a very rough block-in. It's scanning somewhere. And I'm all out of drink. So I'll have to drink something pretty soon. Well, get something to drink pretty soon. And that is kind of this color, but darker. But I will put this in here for now, and then overlay this. Yes. Drink. Hydrate. Is a bit of that coming through. There's a bit of that here too. Consume fluids. Consume the fluids. And that is too light, but that's okay. I can add a little bit of this in there. But mostly it needs a bit of, yeah, warmth. Warmth and then back to lightness. Yes, that's it. And then we have to draw everything else underneath it anyway. But blend it in slightly. And there you go. Okay, I'll be right back. I will grab a glass of water and I will put on some music too. I'm back. Consume them fluids. Okay, let's select some music, shall we? Do. There we go. Put on some nice music. This is a very rough. It's actually like even lighter. Like the whole sky. The sky actually burned out the camera a bit. There we go. Consume fluids. Okay, that needs to be a bit more orange and a bit more saturated. That's better. There we go. Hey Melfi, how have you been? It's been a while. A long while. Not anymore. I don't play Ark much. Well, I have played Ark for a bit, but not at the moment. And I mostly speak English here. No, actually, like, the amount of time I've gamed this week is 0. Like, actual video game, right? There's actually 0 minutes that I've gamed this week. Which is, like, not me, but it happened anyway, right? So, I mean, I've watched my older brother play for a bit today, but mostly I had played like closer to like a month or 2 ago. Well, that's long ago. Oh yeah, that's not even in RP, was it? That was just us messing around in like a separate Ark server, wasn't it? Was that in RP? I'm so confused right now. Like, it's been such a long time that I don't even remember if it was. Yeah. Okay, now I remember. Good times, man. But I mostly played RP, like roleplay stuff. Okay, I need a lighter variant of this color. There we go. Yeah, I've like so many hours into that game that it's just insane. I should not even be proud of that fact. And then I know some people that recently picked it up. I mean, at first you would feel embarrassed. I did too, but after a while you get used to it. And then you will go crazier and crazier. Like, I played characters like Dixon, Elazar, Gallagher, Strelson, Angelo the 5th. Ooh, you have me beat by like 300-400 hours maybe. Or maybe 1,000 or something. Let me check. I'm now genuinely curious. Steam. That is not Steam. Library. Oh no, never mind. I have 3,422 hours into that game. I thought it was underneath the 2,000. 3,000 mark. I want to go to this place because it just looks so peaceful and awesome. I know, right? It still shocks me that I have that many hours into the game, especially because of the launch. Oh yeah, definitely. It won't take long before you have me. But that's such like this launch of the game was so buggy. Oh, I'm doing a color study. Like I have a photo reference. So this place has like a layered, I think it's rice field on one side and like a bunch of mountain and forest on the other side, but like a bit of mist. So and the one to the left of this, like that one, has a different study on it, of like a ruin that also looked really cool, but I kind of ruined. Pardon the pun. But yeah, it's just to improve my art for the most part. But I'm also like not completely accurate with these, so it's a give and take. Like I don't want to do this for like hours, like weeks. I mean, I've been doing it for hours, but not for weeks yet. Yeah, Ethna really wants me to draw a Baby Yoda. Like really, like is pushing for it. And I might. Thank you. I have improved like noticeably this week with color. And actually learning to program too, because I was not as familiar with the program as I would have liked at the beginning. Though, like, legit, it's overwhelming to like jump into color. Like, it's so tough for me. It's still a bit muddy here and there. It's a bit more kind of that color on this hill. Also, feel free to put on your own music in the background. It's kind of one of the reasons why I don't. This guy knows. God damn it. Also, if you click below on my face, you will get to my Discord server. There's like one picture in there, so you can't miss it. Let's get this darker. Yes. Darkness. Awesome. That's also where I like pose when I'm live, and also the general my sketchbook is there, so like every week I will post a couple of images in the sketchbook as well. Oh, I remember all the dodos. My fascination with dodos in Ark. That was almost legendary. Just the amount of dodos that I could find and like keep. And keep like throwing into like the keep stuff that people were building. Which was super expensive because of the low rates. On the server, like we weren't playing at like the highest rates. It was still better than the base game, but it was a rough. It's so rough, this painting. Holy shit. There has to be a defined line there with that color, I think. Oh yeah. I did shoot you for shooting, yes. And it wasn't a small base. Like, I spent hours on gathering dodos. I remember that. There were at least 60, 70 dodos in there. Like, I would knock them out and then tame them and then bring them back or something. Or just white ones. Just random shit. Yes, legit. My evil side comes out in Ark. It was on the center, wasn't it? Like the map we played at the time. Yeah. We were building near the floating island, I remember. Like next to a marsh. And it also helped with building sometimes. Like, but I was always, like, in my playing groups, I'm always a designated builder. So I guess I just didn't feel like doing much building. Just digging around more. That's a bit more red. A little bit less red, but it's getting close. It's a bit darker, I think, in the picture. There we go. Oh yeah, like the most important role. It keeps the game alive, you know? There we go. That's the right color there. It's a messy painting for sure. Taking some distance. It's pretty. It's getting there. There we go. A little bit of this in there. This needs to be smaller, hold on. There we go. And then a couple more of these lines here. That is a pretty much a red right there. So let's just fill it in with the red. There we go. I don't even know where, like, I met her. Like, was it like on an official server and we were kind of done with everything or something? I don't even remember. Which is a shame, like. Thank you, Ethnar. It's getting there. It's definitely developing. Like, this is one of the more detailed studies I've done. It is getting there. I've legit worked on this for like 40 minutes at the moment. Or like 30 to 40 at least. And I'm still not like entirely happy with it, but it's at least getting somewhere. It's getting there. It's readable for sure. Like especially from a distance, it's readable, which is a good thing. I definitely need to do some more work on it though. Oh, rolling my shoulders a bit, doing some stretching, also important. Oh. Oh, that's good. There needs to be a bit more contrast in like the hill part in the front, because that's looking really flat. And then we're getting there. Like there's a bit more contrast to the left hand side of it, and it's really muddy for the rest of it. But that's also kind of how it is in the painting, in the picture. The top of the left hand side needs some more work too. The sky has to be a little bit lighter. So there's still some work to be done, but definitely taking my time with these is helping me develop patience as well. I'm a bit further away from the mic, so if you can't hear me correctly, then let me know. Since I need to stand a bit, do a bit of stretching. There we go. Ooh. Let's grab this. That's better. that part, and then there's also a bit of this right here, which actually, like, I need to bluify a little bit. Yeah, that's better. I'm listening to lo-fi hip-hop, which is apparently a new thing. But I like it. It's great focus and work music, definitely. There we go. Drown out cheese. Yeah. Definitely, like, just having some sort of music you really enjoy really helps you focus. Especially for me, it's without words. Otherwise, I would start singing along, and nobody wants that. I'll be right back after this little bit right here. A little bit of blending in this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Singing is fine if you know the words well enough to drown out. I guess so, but for me, it's like you don't want to hear me sing. That's what I meant. Especially if it's a song you really like or like an artist you really enjoy. And that's why we have Richard. He can do that. I'll be right back. I'm back. There we go. It's there, but it's not the main focus anymore. I need to watch the time, because after a certain time I can't justify streaming anymore. I think we have a little bit more work on this one. Like, this area is too dark. It's more towards that lightness. A little bit darker than that though. So we are going to just grab that, make our brush pretty big, and then just lightly paint over. And then grab a little bit more like this. Yeah, there we go. I think there's like 3 songs I'm listening to on repeat, but I just wanted an hour of like different. That's better. I still have to lighten this up just a touch. At least most of it, just a touch. Yeah, that's better. Better. It's a little bit unsharp. Okay, take your time. I'll be here. That was a big yawn from me. I'm sorry about that. There we go. And then there's also like a little bit of a building stuff right here. There we go. Like if I grab all three of these, there's definitely like a improvement, right? With the first one, it's really flat because I used only a really big brush. The second one was better because I had to use some perspective, which I had to correct halfway through. And the third one is even better because I think the colors are also more accurate. And I'm taking more time with it anyway. I'm improving. That is what I'm concluding out of this. I am improving. It's definitely like a slow improvement over the course of the week, but definitely like there's some improvement here. And just having the patience to work on something. Oh yeah, definitely in comparison with the one on the left. The one on the right is like so far my most detailed and most time spent on it to get and the colors accurate and just the whole thing working. There's still some parts that I like not as detailed as I would like, but it's also a part of the charm. So I'm going to have to change this part a little bit though. Like blend it in slightly more. Like definitely. This has to be just a little bit blended in to both sides of the hill, right? Since it is mist. I need to cut in to this part. There we go. There we go. That's better. It's getting better and better. Until I'm like overworking it and then it will slow and like quickly like dissolve. There we go. Then I need that part to actually be almost bluish, like a bluish white up here. Yeah, that's it. So that area is definitely slightly bluish. More so than the rest. The rest is almost white. But still more on the blue side. Slightly Jewish. What? Bluish. Like blue-ish. Like sky. I think I picked up the whole image just a little bit more. Made it look a little cleaner. That's better. Blend this in slightly. Like just a tiniest bit of hue change towards it, even more blue, just made it so much better, so much nicer. This is like almost like an impressionistic painting at this point. I need that color a bit more in here. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let me just be like that. Yes, a little bit, lighter bit around it. And I will keep that even smaller. Yeah, there we go. Making this guy actually like a shade of blue has been a great choice. It just freshened up everything. I think it's pretty much done. Like the perspective, like the photo and the painting, just a match for like some parts, but other parts are like the perspective on it is like way off. Some parts of it, like some angles, are off, but in general, I like the colors. For a study, this is pretty good. Yeah. And for my first recording of the week, it's also a pretty productive recording. Like a 2-hour recording with live stream as well. It's been actually been pretty good for this. I'll have to edit the plant video tomorrow and I will upload it as well. The drawing plants week. I have all the footage and the recordings already. So I will do that tomorrow. Yeah. I'm happy with this. Let's find someone to host on Twitch. Let's see. I don't really have a raid call. Oh, but I know who to host. So I'm like the guy I'm about to host is working on his own game with like a couple of colleagues of his. So like a 3-person team are working on that game. I'm going to host him. Oh, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. I've been doing 2 hours. That's good. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Of course. Thank you for watching, guys. See you later.